Welcome back to another video. Your boy ZuriFx Trades. In this video, I got a weekly recap. We're gonna be going over the trades from last week. I only traded 2 days going into last week, and I guess I'll go over the one that I took today too. But we're gonna start on Thursday. I took trades Thursday, Friday, and this morning, which would be Monday, 28th of April. We're gonna start with Thursday night. Caught a trade around midnight. I know I'm normally done by 10, but I think I was just up. I can't really remember. But what I saw, we had a downtrend that shifted into an uptrend after we got this market structure shift. We had a breakout structure, which confirmed the trend change. And I don't think I was in the market at this time. I got in the market a little after the breaker structure, so I was in from around like 11. I had this zone marked out right here. We had another shift in the trend right here with another breaker structure. So I didn't really see any clear setups, to be honest with you. We had price come past the 50% level of the Fed, come down to retest this bullish order block. So I caught it on the next break of structure. So that's all I'm waiting for in this trend setup. As you can see, this is the setup I was looking for right here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, higher low. And then the higher low is the so we got that right here. We got lower low, higher low, lower low, higher high, higher low. This higher low will represent this area right here. But I wanted to wait for added confirmation. I could have got in on this engulfing. I should have got in on this engulfing. I don't know why I didn't. I would have got way more. But it is what it is. I really only target 310 per trade anyway, which is why this profit and stop loss box looks as small as it does. But nonetheless, I waited for the breaker structure, and then I really got in on an aggressive entry because I had missed this setup right here. I missed this entry off of this engulfing, so I knew once I got the breaker structure, we was gonna go regardless. So I got in aggressive on the breaker structure, got my 1-to-1. It was a quick 310. I was in that trade for about 7-8 minutes. So 310 made in 7 minutes. It's not too bad. Now we're gonna go to the PM session of the 24th. This Thursday. So the other session was the night going into Thursday. This is Thursday afternoon. So I caught a trade during the 2 p.m. Silver Bullet trading session. 2 p.m. Silver Bullet trading session, where trading times are from 2 p.m. EST to 3 p.m. EST. And all you basically looking for is a market structure shift, preferably with a fair value gap attached to it. So we got the change in delivery. We didn't really get the market structure shift until down here, but right above the market structure shift, we had this supply area right here. So I placed my limit right here, and I just targeted the most recent liquidity. This one I believe was 760, 750, one of them. I show all the profits at the end of the video. Ended up taking 8 trades, I believe 7 or 8 trades last week, and I took 1 today. Out of those 9 trades total, I am 7-2. All right. Go to the next day, next setup. Which is going to be 4:25, 8:20 a.m. Now, this is a new strategy of mine. Well, it's new to you, not new to me. I got it documented at an 85.71 win rate. Legit, all you doing is a gold trade setup, only on gold. I don't do it on Nas 100 or NASDAQ, whatever you're familiar with. I only do this on gold. I wait until 8:20. I wait for the 8:20 a.m. 1 minute candle to close. So the yellow line indicates the 1 minute 8:20 a.m. candle. I wait for that to end, and then I wait for price to either pass the top of that full candle. So if it has a wick on the top, which this one does, but it's very small, you can barely see it, or I wait until price pass the bottom wick of the 8:20 a.m. candle for gold. If it passes the top, I get in for a buy. Pass the bottom first, I get in for a sell, and I put my stops at the low or the high of the candle, depending on if I'm getting in for a buy. If I get in for a buy, I put my stops below the low of the 8:20 a.m. candle. If I'm getting in for a sell, I'm putting my stop loss above the high of that 8:20 a.m. candle. So on this day, on the 25th, we had price. Let me zoom in a little bit. We had price past the top side of this 8:20 a.m. candle. So I got in for a buy, put my stops below the wick of the 8:20 candle, and I target a 1-to-1. It's a 1 to 0.98, but it was a 1-to-1 on my trade term. I only target a 1-to-1 when trading this strategy at 8:20 a.m. Now, crazy thing is, this strategy also works during the Tokyo session. I'm gonna just give you all the sauce in the video. I ain't gonna gatekeep. It also works in the Tokyo session. So at 8 p.m., you would do the same thing. You would wait for the 8 p.m. candle to close on the 1 minute time frame, and then when price pass the top, you get in for a buy. If price pass the bottom first of that 8 p.m. candle, then you get in for a sell. Same thing for the 8:20. All right, now we gonna go next setup. I believe that was 302. That was a quick 1-on-1. Where was we at? What time? Okay. So this is before afternoon, a little closer to the afternoon on the 25th. So I caught this at 11:47. Was in for 5 minutes, and this was a 1 to 1.4. I think this was like a little over 3, almost 400. But this was, I caught this setup the same way I caught the very first setup, if you remember, or go back. Look for a low, higher high, lower low, higher high, higher low, and then from that higher low, you take off. And what we get? Low, lower low, higher low, lower low, higher high. Got the market structure shift and the CISD at the same time. Added confirmation. Then we had the higher low. The higher low in this case will be right here. So you're looking for it to take off from there. Now, sometimes I like to wait for added confirmation or more confirmation. I don't always get in when it happens at first. Sometimes I like to wait until the breaker structure after the market structure shift, or the MSS, as you can read it here. So I waited after the breaker structure, the first breaker structure. Waited for the retest. Got in on some type of bullish or engulfing to let me know that momentum was on the buy side, since I was looking for buys. Target of 1-4. The rest was history. Was in that for like 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes. All right, on to the next. It's pretty simple. Simple trades, simple setups. I don't like to complicate it. Look for 2 to 3 different setups. That's it. Either I'm looking for this right here, or I'm looking for this right here. Now, I look for both of those on each side. So these two would be for the buy side. Now for the sell side, it would look like this. And you're always getting in on that third move up. So you got it up, down, up. So after the second move, the big move down that invalidates it, right here, you're looking for your entry on the pullback somewhere in this area. Same way over here. Once the big move breaks structure and it invalidates the uptrend from being an uptrend, you get that pullback to that area. You're looking for your entry right here in this area to take it down. Same way over here. Take out this high, wait for that pullback, entry somewhere in this pullback off of either an order block, a breaker block, a fair value gap, or an inverted fair value gap. If you want to know what that is, you can look the videos up on YouTube, or you can go to my course if you got the course. But essentially for this one, trend was already gone. So really, oh no, I'm tripping, I'm tweaking. I ain't look at my markup. This is another 820 setup. So again, we got our 8:20 a.m. candle. Wait for it to close, and whatever candle, or when the candle passes the top side, you get in for a buy. So the top side would be from this wick to this wick. So maybe make it make sense. So this is the top of the wick of that candle. This is the bottom of the wick of that candle. So when price pass the top side of the 8:20 a.m. candle, you get in for a buy. When it pass the low side, you get in for a sell. But whatever happens first, that's what you anticipate, or that's what you make your trade basically. So if you pass it upside, you buying, we going up. Pass it downside, we selling, we going down. Watch it fall. So in this case right here, 8:20, we had 2 candles play with inside of the range of that 8:20 candle. But then at 8:23, we had a breakout to the upside that actually closed. I got in on the close. Target 1 to 4. Well, no, I targeted 1 to 1 on this one, but it went for a 1 to 4. This is a strategy. I targeted 1 to 1. I don't know why I got that mark, 1 to 4.5. But essentially, it would look like this. Did I catch a runner? I don't remember catching a runner. I remember that one being straight 310. So this would be the setup. Get in for a buy, 1 to 1. And if you like how the market is moving, after your 1 to 1 is hit, yeah, you can hold it. It all depends on what type of trader you are, what type of person you are, how you think about the markets. But yeah, that's essentially it. And that was the last setup. That was a setup that I took this morning, actually. Yeah, that was the 28th. That was this morning. So for the 8:20 trade, you only looking at gold, and you only trading on the 1 minute time frame. You waiting for the 8:20 a.m. EST gold candle to close on the 1 minute time frame. When price past the high of that 8:20 a.m. candle, you get in for a buy, target of 1 to 1. When price past the low of that 8:20 a.m. EST candle, you get in for a sell, target of 1 to 1. Stay like that. But yeah, man, that's the weekly recap I got for y'all, going from last Thursday, the 24th, to Monday, April 28th, 2025. I'm gonna start cranking these out weekly, man. let y'all know how my trading journey going. We gonna run it up. I want to learn how to trade, how I trade. Hit me in the comments, or you can hit me on my social medias. IG ZuriFx Trades, Facebook True Loyalty, True Space Loyalty. All right, I'm out. Peace and love.